First quarter of 2024 has ended with more than 300 listings hitting the market every single week here in the Kelowna area. Sales are down and we are in a buyer's market, but will that last? I'm going to answer that question and more during this month's real estate market update for the Kelowna area. If you'd like to stay up to date on everything that's going on in the Kelowna real estate market, simply hit the like button and the subscribe button so you don't miss the next video. Also, I am a real estate agent here in the Kelowna area, so if you are looking to buy, sell, or invest, I'd be happy to work for you. I have left a link down below in the description where you can book a one-on-one appointment with me there. All right, so let's see what happened in March of this year. So listings have absolutely skyrocketed. As I mentioned, we're seeing right now over 300 listings per week hit the market, with sales only being around between 50 and 70 sales per week right now. So we are in a buyer's market. Comparing 2024 to 2023, the overall active listings right now are 37% higher than they were this time last year. Now in March, for new listings, so for single family homes, we're at 29% higher than this time last year. Townhomes were at 38% higher, and condos were at 28% higher. So with this increase in listings and not a lot of sales, this does put us into that buyer's market. So let's break down each individual category. All right, so let's start off with discussing the single family home category. So the benchmark price for single family homes to end out March was $986,000. The next slide, I'm going to go over price and everything, comparing what's happened and all the other stats that go along with the single family home category. But this one, I wanted to just go over the prices and what has happened over the last 5 years. So if you've owned a home in the central Okanagan since 2020, the average price you may have paid around $700,000 for the typical home here in the central Okanagan. And if you owned it from 2020 to 2021, you saw roughly a 26% increase in value there. And then from 2021 to 2022, because that's where we peaked out during the whole crazy low interest rate pandemic, everything that happened then, we peaked out at just under $1.2 million for the typical home here. And you saw a 32% increase there. Now, if you bought at that time and you're looking down into March of 2023, you saw about a 15% decrease since that time. Then from March 2023 to 2024, it hasn't changed all that much, with a 1.2% decrease since then. Now, continuing on with the single family home stats, prices are back down to October of 2021 prices here. So we're right before everything took off, right at around $986,000. That's what the benchmark price is, as I mentioned. And since the peak, we're down about 19% since then. Now in 2024 so far, so year to date, we've had 316 single family home sales here in the central Okanagan, which is down 15% since this time last year. The list to sale price ratio, meaning how much the buyer is getting off of the list price, is 97%. So if you are a buyer, on average, there's time to negotiate and you're seeing about a 3% price reduction off the list price. Days to sell, so if you are looking to sell or you do have your home on the market right now, it's taken over 2 months on average to sell the house. So this is where pricing, marketing, and everything comes into play right now when you're trying to sell your home, because there are so many listings on the market and hitting the market. And we do have 9 months of inventory right now in the single family home category, which essentially means if no other homes hit the market right now, it would take about 9 months roughly to sell off all the homes that are on the market right now. Now on to townhomes. The benchmark price for a townhome here in the central Okanagan is $719,000 to end out March. This brings us back down to August of 2021 prices, similar to single family homes, and prices are down 17% since the peak in 2022. Now, year to date, 2022 so far, sales are basically the same as they were in 2023. We had 129 sales so far this year, and whereas we had 127 in 2023. The list to sale price ratio, the same as single family homes at 97%. Days to sell are a bit lower, and they are dropping pretty dramatically here in the townhome category. 55 days to sell, so just under the 2-month mark there. And months of inventory is actually dropping quite dramatically. So we have just over 6 months of inventory, down 2 months of inventory since February. So this brings us just into the buyer's market. This is more of a balanced market right now. And if this trend does continue, the townhouse market will be in a seller's market. And last but not least, I won't touch on this a lot. I'm actually going to refer you to, if you are interested in the condo category, I did make a whole video on the condo category just because I think it is a very relevant thing to do, especially because all the condo buildings that we are seeing here especially in Kelowna, there are a ton of new towers going up. So I did a whole video on that, and I'll link that up on the right hand side there, and down below in the description. So condos are also down since last month to 496,000. They're just creeping under the $500,000 mark. Prices are back to December of 2021 prices, and since the peak they're down 10.5%. And year to date 2024 so far, sales are down 21%. List to sale price ratio is at 97%, the same as single family homes and townhomes. Days to sell, similar to those townhomes at 58, just under 2 months to sell your condo right now. So if you are thinking about listing and you want it to sell quickly, you're going to want to make sure it's priced at market value or even a little bit lower, especially if there are a lot of condos listed in the same building as yours. And months of inventory is sitting at 8, which puts us into that buyer's market. And that rounds out our market update for April of 2024. Thank you so much for watching.